There was a time when the world felt loud, not with noise, but with expectations. Everywhere you looked, someone was ahead. Someone was winning. Someone was becoming something. And you were just there, breathing, existing, trying not to think too much. At night, when the lights went off and the phone screen went dark, your mind became your enemy. Thoughts rushed in. Questions you avoided all day finally spoke. Why am I not where I should be? Why am I trying so hard and still losing? Why does everyone else make it look so easy? You told yourself to be strong. You told yourself tomorrow would be different. But deep down you were tired. Not physically tired, soul tired. The kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. You remembered who you used to be. The version of you who believed. The version of you who dreamed without fear. The version of you who didn't need motivation because purpose was enough. But that version feels far away now, like a memory fading with time. Life didn't break you all at once. It did it slowly. One disappointment at a time, one failure at a time, one broken promise at a time, until one day you stopped expecting anything. Because expecting hurts, you started playing safe, thinking small, living quiet. And the scariest part is not that you failed. The scariest part is that you started accepting a life you never wanted. But listen carefully. This moment you are in right now is not the end. It is the pause before the rise. Every great transformation begins in silence, in darkness, in confusion. Seeds grow underground before they ever touch the light. Right now you feel invisible, but invisibility is preparation. You feel lost, but being lost means you are not stuck. You feel behind, but behind is not finished. Pain has a purpose, struggle has a reason, and this chapter of your life is building something inside you that comfort never could. You were never meant to live an easy life. You were meant to live a meaningful one. And meaning requires pressure. Think about this. Gold is created under pressure. Diamonds are created under pressure. Strong people are created under pressure. What you are going through is not punishment. It is training. Every time you get up, even when you don't feel like it, you are winning. Every time you keep going, even when no one is watching, you are winning. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are winning. Success is not loud in the beginning. It is quiet, lonely, unnoticed. The world celebrates results, not effort. But effort is where destiny is decided. You don't need motivation. You need commitment. Motivation comes and goes. Commitment stays when motivation leaves. Some days you will feel powerful. Some days you will feel empty. Show up on both days. Do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait to feel confident. Confidence is built after action, not before it. Take one step, then another, then another. Small steps done daily beat big dreams done rarely. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. Your life is yours. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone moves at a different pace. Your timing is not wrong. Your path is not broken. Your journey is not delayed. It is unfolding exactly as it should. But here is the truth you must accept. No one is coming to save you. No speech, no video, no quote, no miracle. Change happens when you decide that staying the same hurts more than changing. You have survived things you thought would destroy you. You are stronger than you remember, braver than you believe. The future version of you is watching right now, waiting for you to not quit. One day this pain will make sense. One day this struggle will become your strength. One day you will look back and thank yourself for not giving up. But that day only comes if you keep going today. So rise. Not because it's easy, not because you feel ready, but because you refuse to stay small. Rise quietly. Work silently. Let your results make the noise. And when the world finally notices you, when people ask how you did it, remember this moment. Remember the silence. Remember the struggle. Remember the nights you almost quit, because this is where you were built. And even now, as you listen to these words, there is a quiet resistance inside you, a voice that says, I've heard this before, a voice that says, nothing changes, a voice that says, this is just another speech. That voice was not born with you. It was trained into you. It was shaped by failure, fed by disappointment, strengthened by every time you tried and did not see results fast enough. That voice is not truth. It is fear wearing a familiar mask. Fear does not scream. Fear whispers. It sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. It tells you to be careful, to wait, to not risk embarrassment. But listen carefully. Everything you want lives on the other side of discomfort. Growth feels uncomfortable because it demands you leave the old version of yourself behind. And the old version is familiar, even if it is painful. You have been surviving for so long that you forgot how to live. Survival mode teaches you to minimize dreams, to lower expectations, to celebrate stability instead of potential. But you were not born to just survive. There is something inside you that refuses to die. A quiet fire, a stubborn hope, a small voice that still believes there is more. That voice is the real you. The world tried to silence it. Life tried to bury it. But it is still here, and the fact that you are listening right now proves it. You don't need to become someone new. You need to return to who you were before the world told you who to be. Before fear made decisions for you. Before failure defined you. Before comfort became your prison. You are not behind in life. You are being prepared. Every delay taught you patience. Every loss taught you value. Every setback taught you resilience. You think you wasted time. You didn't. You were learning. You were building. You were becoming. Strength is not loud. It does not announce itself. It grows quietly in moments when you choose not to quit. There will be days when nothing makes sense. Days when effort feels pointless. Days when quitting feels logical. On those days, discipline matters more than belief. Belief is fragile. Discipline is reliable. Do the work even when you feel nothing. Especially when you feel nothing. Because consistency builds identity. And once you see yourself as someone who does not quit, everything changes. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop making excuses sound like reasons. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You act, not because you are fearless, but because fear no longer controls you. Understand this truth. Fear never disappears. It just loses power when you stop listening to it. The people you admire are not fearless. They are committed. They show up tired. They show up uncertain. They show up scared. They show up anyway. And slowly, quietly, their life begins to change. No applause. No instant reward. Just progress. Real progress feels boring, repetitive, unexciting. That is why most people quit. They want transformation without repetition, results without routine. But greatness is built in repetition. Same effort, same discipline, same standards, day after day, until one day the gap closes and people say you are lucky. They did not see the mornings you fought yourself. They did not see the nights you questioned everything. They did not see the moments you continued with no guarantee. Let them call it luck. You will know the truth. The truth is that you earned it. But right now you are still in the middle. Still unseen, still uncelebrated. This is where most stories end, but not yours. Because something inside you is waking up. You are starting to realize that pain does not mean stop. Pain means grow. You are starting to realize that comfort is expensive. It costs dreams. It costs potential. It costs identity. And you are done paying that price. You don't need a dramatic comeback. You need a quiet decision. A decision to try again. A decision to stay consistent. A decision to respect your own potential. No one needs to understand your journey. It is not theirs to understand. This is between you and the life you know you are capable of living. So take responsibility, not for what happened to you, but for what you do next. Responsibility is power. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, you regain control. You stop waiting. You start building, and slowly the fog clears. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to believe in effort again. You begin to feel alive again. This is not motivation. This is remembrance. You are remembering who you are. And once you remember, you cannot go back to sleep. Keep going. And as you keep going, something subtle begins to change. Not around you, inside you. You start waking up with a little more clarity, a little more control over your thoughts, a little less tolerance for excuses. You notice it in small moments. When you choose focus over distraction, when you choose effort over comfort, when you choose discipline over delay, these choices seem small, almost meaningless. But small choices shape big lives. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, trust is rebuilt. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Confidence is not loud. It does not need approval. It comes from knowing you will show up, no matter how you feel. There will be moments when the old you tries to return, the version that doubts, the version that hesitates, the version that wants to quit quietly and blame circumstances. That version is not your enemy. It is your past asking for comfort. Acknowledge it. Then move forward anyway. Growth requires discomfort, and discomfort requires courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action in the presence of fear. You don't need to conquer the world today. You just need to conquer the part of you that wants to stop. Win that battle every single day. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel weak. Do the work on both days, because discipline is not about feeling good. It is about honoring your future self. Think about that future version of you. Stronger, calmer, more focused, more respected. That version exists, but it is built by the choices you make now. Every focused hour, every difficult decision, every time you say no to distraction. Nothing is wasted. The effort you put in today compounds silently. Just like interest, just like growth. You may not see results immediately, but results are forming underground. Like roots before a tree breaks the surface. Be patient with the process, but ruthless with your standards. Raise the bar for yourself, not for others. Stop asking what is easy. Start asking what is necessary. Necessary actions are rarely comfortable, but they are always transformative. You are not late. You are right on time for the life that demands maturity. The dreams you have now require strength you did not have before. That is why life delayed them, not to deny you, but to prepare you. One day you will realize this delay was protection. Protection from quitting too early. Protection from success without wisdom. Protection from becoming someone you were not ready to be. Stay focused. Focus is a superpower in a distracted world. While others scroll, you build. While others complain, you improve. While others wait, you act. And slowly the gap widens. Not between you and success, but between you and who you used to be. That is the real victory. Because once you outgrow your old self, nothing can pull you back. There will be resistance from people, from circumstances, from your own mind. Resistance means you are moving forward. If you were doing nothing, nothing would resist you. Pressure is proof of progress. So when it gets hard, don't ask why. Ask who you are becoming. You are becoming someone who does not break easily. Someone who does not fold under stress. Someone who does not quit when things slow down. You are becoming rare. Most people never reach this point. They turn back at discomfort. They trade potential for predictability. You didn't, and you won't. Because now you know that pain is temporary, but regret lasts. You know that effort builds pride, and quitting builds shame. You know that the hardest path often leads to the strongest version of you. So keep walking, even when no one claps, even when progress feels invisible, even when doubt visits again. Let doubt talk. You move. This journey is not about proving anything to the world. It is about proving something to yourself. That you are capable, that you are disciplined, that you are relentless. And one day, without announcing it, without forcing it, you will wake up and realize you are no longer chasing the life you want. You are living it, and it all started with one decision: to not stop. And when that realization finally settles in, it does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, like a calm breath after a long storm. You notice it when hard days no longer scare you, when challenges feel familiar instead of overwhelming, when pressure sharpens you instead of breaking you. You have changed. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but deeply. You are no longer looking for shortcuts. You are no longer searching for validation. You are no longer asking for permission. You move with intention now. Your days have structure. Your actions have meaning. Your effort has direction. And even when doubt returns, it no longer controls you. It knocks. You hear it, but you do not open the door, because you finally understand something most people never do. Your emotions are visitors, not leaders. You do not obey every feeling. You observe it, then you act anyway. This is mastery. Self-mastery is not about control over the world. It is control over yourself. And once you gain that, nothing outside of you can take it away. There will still be hard moments, moments when progress slows, moments when effort feels heavy again. But now you trust the process. You trust yourself. You know that consistency beats intensity, that patience beats panic, that discipline beats motivation every time. You stop rushing. You stop forcing outcomes. You focus on input, what you do daily, how you think daily, how you respond daily, and the results follow, silently. People start to notice something different about you, not because you say anything, but because your presence has weight now. You speak less, you act more, you listen carefully, you move deliberately. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are trying to improve yourself, and improvement compounds. Your confidence no longer depends on outcomes. It comes from knowing you gave full effort, win or lose. You respect yourself. That self-respect is unshakable. You are no longer afraid of starting over, because you know you can rebuild. You are no longer afraid of failure, because failure no longer defines you. It instructs you. Every mistake becomes feedback. Every setback becomes fuel. Nothing is wasted. You begin to understand that life is not testing you. It is revealing you, revealing your discipline, revealing your patience, revealing your character, and you like who you are becoming. You are no longer chasing motivation. You create momentum. Momentum is built by action. Action is built by decision. And the most important decision you ever made was deciding to keep going. When quitting felt easier, that decision rewired you. It taught you that comfort is temporary, but growth is permanent. It taught you that you don't need perfect conditions. You need commitment, and commitment is a daily choice. Some days you choose it easily. Some days you choose it through resistance. Both count. You no longer measure success by speed. You measure it by consistency. Slow progress no longer discourages you, because slow progress is still progress. You are patient now. Patience is not waiting. It is working while waiting. And you do that well. You have learned how to sit with discomfort without escaping it. You have learned how to stay focused without constant reward. These are rare skills. These are powerful skills. This is why your future is different. You don't need to announce your growth. Time will do it for you. Let results speak. Let consistency speak. Let discipline speak. And one day, when someone asks how you changed, you won't have a dramatic answer. You will simply say, you stopped quitting on yourself, and that will be enough. Keep moving, keep building, keep becoming. You are closer than you think. And now as you continue, you begin to feel something subtle but powerful. A sense of clarity you never had before. A quiet confidence that does not need approval. A strength that does not demand attention. You realize that everything you feared losing, you already survived without. Every comfort you depended on, you adapted without. Every plan that fell apart, you recovered from. You were stronger than you knew. You were more capable than you allowed yourself to believe. And now the future does not scare you. It excites you, because you understand something few people ever do. Life will not hand you what you want. It will hand you what you are ready to handle. Preparation matters more than luck. Discipline matters more than talent. Consistency matters more than inspiration. You have prepared. You have disciplined yourself. You have stayed consistent. And that is why your life will change. Not because it is easy. Not because the world recognizes it yet, but because the inner work is done. And the inner work always shows outwardly. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop envying what others have. You stop wondering why someone else got ahead, because you finally understand their journey is theirs. Your journey is yours. And the only person you need to outperform is the person you were yesterday. Every day a little stronger. Every day a little wiser. Every day a little closer to the life you deserve. The moments that once felt unbearable are now your training ground. The challenges that once felt impossible are now your stepping stones. You stop fearing the struggle. You embrace it. Because struggle is proof that you are moving, that you are growing, that you are alive. You stop looking for shortcuts. You stop looking for easy paths. You choose the path that builds you. You choose responsibility over excuses, courage over comfort, action over hesitation, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, you become unstoppable. Not because the world finally notices you, not because luck finally favors you, but because you finally notice yourself, because you finally trust yourself. The fire that once flickered is now steady. The doubt that once consumed you is now quiet. The fear that once held you back is now just a whisper. You are no longer the person who started this journey. You are stronger. You are sharper. You are unbreakable. And this strength, it is not for show. It is not for applause. It is for living fully, for facing every day with courage, for taking risks that scare you, for doing the work that most people avoid. Because comfort does not build greatness. Challenge does. Discipline does. Persistence does. And now you persist. You persist when no one watches. You persist when no one believes. You persist when the world doubts. Because you have learned the truth. The world does not define you. Your effort defines you. Your discipline defines you. Your courage defines you. And as you persist, you realize something even deeper. You are becoming the person you once admired, the person you once thought was untouchable, the person you once thought was only in dreams. That person is real. That person lives inside you, and that person was always waiting for this moment. The moment you decide you will not quit. The moment you decide your life matters too much to waste. The moment you choose to rise again and again, no matter how hard it gets. And when that moment arrives, you feel unstoppable. Not because life is easy, not because obstacles disappear, but because you have become someone who refuses to be stopped. And from this place, you can face anything. You can chase anything. You can create anything, because the fire inside you is no longer small. It is a flame, a storm, a force that cannot be contained. And now every challenge, every doubt, every fear is just fuel. Fuel for growth, fuel for strength, fuel for greatness. You have arrived at the point where you understand. The only limits that exist are the ones you accept. And you do not accept limits. You never will, because you know who you are, and you know what you are capable of. Keep moving, keep building, keep becoming. Your life is waiting, your greatness is waiting, and it begins the moment you refuse to quit. And now as you stand here, listening to these words, understand this. The power you seek is not somewhere out there. It is inside you. Every dream you've ever had, every goal you've ever set, every idea that once seemed impossible, they are all within your reach. But only if you act, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, because action is what turns potential into reality. Action is what separates the people who dream from the people who achieve. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment does not exist. The perfect time is now. Start small if you must. Take one step if you must, but take a step. Every step matters. Every effort counts. Every day you persist brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. And as you do this, remember, you are not just building success. You are building character. You are building resilience. You are building a version of yourself that nothing in this world can stop. So rise with purpose, work with intensity, dream without fear. And as this journey continues, know that you have a choice today, a choice to change everything. You can continue where you are, or you can take control. You can decide that nothing, not fear, not doubt, not comfort, will hold you back. If this message resonates with you, if these words ignite that fire inside, then I want you to do something right now. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, so you never miss a moment of motivation that could change your life. Share this with your friends, with someone who needs to hear this, with someone who is doubting themselves, with someone who is ready to rise, because greatness is contagious, and your circle deserves inspiration as much as you do. Remember this, the journey will be hard. It will test you. It will make you question everything. But every trial, every struggle, every late night spent working while others sleep, here's forging the version of you who cannot be broken. You are stronger than your excuses. You are braver than your fears. You are closer than you think to the life you dream about. And one day, not far from now, you will look back at this moment and you will realize something extraordinary. You did not quit. You did not settle. You did not let doubt define your story. You became unstoppable. So go, build, create, rise. Take action today, because your future is waiting for the courage you have now. And always remember, the world belongs to those who refuse to give up. The fire inside you is eternal. And the only limit to what you can achieve is the limit you place on yourself.